And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live again today. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. What is this, 3 days in a row? Be here tomorrow, too. It's pretty cool. Love coming here, and they like having us here, so we're here. And we say good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and show number 1710, show number 1710. Ready to bring it to you. Going to be joined by Andy Stanko from Milligan University, Greg Sauer talking Major League Baseball, Sean Whitten coming by, head football coach of the Cyclones for homecoming tomorrow night. Talk about that. And also Jody Jenkins will join us. Got a big FCA event coming up this coming Saturday in Gray at Gray Elementary, and so we'll let him tell you all about that coming up. So all that and a whole lot more here on this beautiful, beautiful fall Wednesday. Again, we got rain coming, as Jesse's going to tell us about here in a little while. Jesse, the Storm Tracker Soccer, is going to be right here to tell you all about what's going on with our weather. We do have some rain coming. We, of course, have moved things. Tonight will be the football doubleheader. 5:45 airtime, 5:50 airtime, kickoff at 6. Again, the Cyclones of T.A. Duggar and Greenville, both 6-1, season finale for both schools and both teams. It'll be a lot of fun. That'll be coming up tonight. And then tomorrow night, of course, 7 o'clock airtime, kickoff at 7:30 for homecoming 2022. The Cyclones and the Sullivan East Patriots coming to town. So there you go. All right, so he can't stay long, and I get that. Well, he's a busy man. Busy. We always appreciate him being busy. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We've got some rain coming.
Yes, we do. We got
Tell me what's going on with
Hurricane Ian is
what's the latest?
Approaching southwest Florida right now, and is just borderline Category 5 intensity. We did not expect it to get quite that strong, but it is just probably a mile or two per hour on the wind speeds with that, shy of a Category 5. So National Hurricane Center holding off in their 11 a.m. advisory with that, saying it's still Category 4 officially. Some of the recon is shown otherwise, but we're looking at winds, like I said, 155 right now with that, and pressure down to 937 millibars. It is, I believe, 45 miles or so west-northwest of Naples, Florida. So it is getting ready to make quite the impact on that area, the coast of Florida there. So those folks in big trouble today. I hope they're going to be okay.
Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa is going to get a big brunt of it, but now a little bit south of Tampa, now towards Port Charlotte, let's see, Cape Coral, and Fort Myers, probably your main corridor, the bullseye there. It's probably where the aisle go over. And they could be looking at, several feet high storm surges there, 20 inches of rain in some spots.
20 inches of rain?
Yeah.
Wow.
Over the next couple of days, yep. And, probably 10 to 20 inches a lot of places. And now you're looking at winds, like I said, 155. Gusts has been even higher. So that's your sustained winds is 155. Your gusts are probably looking at 180 in spots. So, it's just absolutely tremendous storm down there. That storm is going to head further east, and we were talking about yesterday the uncertainty in the track of that. It's going to go inland, and we can do a tropical storm. So that means your winds sustain, 40 to 60 or so. And it's going to go into the Atlantic and just barely get off the coast there and probably make a secondary landfall in South Carolina on Friday as a tropical storm as it looks now. So you'll have some high winds in the Carolinas as well, but nothing like what they're seeing in Florida. So definitely a bunch of ruckus in South Carolina, but not, devastating like Florida.
Well, that us.
It'll get up here, with some rain probably by Friday morning, Friday afternoon. May have a chance of a few showers, and then as we get into Friday night, Saturday, that's when your heavier bands of rain start to move in. We could be looking at 1 to 2 inches rainfall as it looks now. Maybe some gusty winds, but probably more so in the higher elevations on that.
So rain's coming.
Rain's coming. There's nothing really we can do to stop it. We were talking about if it went far enough east, we might miss the big impact. But what's going to happen with this is the trough is what's pulling its. We talked about that yesterday. Trough to northeast is pulling Ian to make that further east jog. And now when the trough leaves, this high pressure builds in right behind it. That forces a steering to the west, which pushes it into the Carolinas and eventually up our way by, Friday night to Saturday, the remnants of it.
So we made the right move to move the football game to tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think so. Better safe than sorry, and I think we will be seeing rain by Friday evening. So.
And all day Saturday?
Much of Saturday, yes. And, the heavier stuff probably Friday night, early Saturday, and then at least some showers through much of the day Saturday, even into Sunday. In fact, we could be looking at rain chances off and on through Monday, Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, so just nasty. 50s and 60s for highs, very cool. Not really ideal for outdoor activities.
Why do we have him on there? Because he's Jesse Storm Tracker Soccer, and so when he's not selling chicken, you're in the weather. You're doing weather.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. and you do it well. So
thank you.
How do we find you on social media?
I am Storm Tracker Sacker on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That is SACHR on the spelling. And I'm also over at Tri-Cities Weather and Alert Crew with Michael Gibson. He's been running that page for several years. If you want to get weather for the Carolinas, and we have been tracking Hurricane Ian, you can find me at Carolina Weather Authority. I'm over there with meteorologist Mike Griffith.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll get it started as we always do here. The Kingdom Airs of the National Anthem here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Big thanks again to Jesse for giving us that good forecast. And so we got rain, and we kind of figured it was coming in here. That's why we made the change, or I didn't, but they made the change for the ball game tonight. T.A. Duggar, 6 o'clock will be the first game, followed by the JV. We're going to stream them both. Then we'll come right back again and bring you the homecoming game tomorrow night on the Cyclone Network, 4 cameras. And we wanted to make sure that happened. We didn't get into a rain situation because we couldn't use the cameras if that was the case. So we are, and it's going to be good. It'll be tomorrow night. And so tonight we've got the streaming audio and video. Looking forward to doing that as well. Again, getting ready for T.A. Duggar in their final game of the season. Both 6-1. It's going to be a great ball game. Greenville is the opponent. The Green Devils coming to town, and we'll hit it at 6:20, kickoff at 6:30 with the varsity, and come back to the junior varsity as well. So last game of the season, we always do both teams, the varsity and the junior varsity. All right, let's see what's going on in Major League Baseball. The biggest series of the season coming up this weekend against the Mets. We'll talk about that in a moment because we're going to reschedule that. Hello, Carl Wilson. Saw you and your lovely bride yesterday. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s health clicking to the plate again right at the right time as he went deep twice, homered twice, the Braves win. Their franchise record-tying 14th win over Washington this season. The Mets lost to the Marlins 6-4 at home, so it's down to 1 game. And so the Braves won it last night, and again, it was 2 home runs by Acuna Jr. So that is good news for Atlanta Braves fans. We're down to 1 game. Let's check the schedule for today. The Mets will be at home against Miami tonight, and then the Braves will continue their series in Atlanta. Odorizzi will be on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. That'll be a 7:05 first pitch tonight in Washington for that ball game. So you look at what's going on as far as the scheduling. The Mets and Braves scheduled to begin a 3-game series Friday night in Atlanta. Obviously, Hurricane Ian is going to say something about that. Options include shifting Friday's game to a matinee and or scheduling a split doubleheader on Sunday. Teams can also make up one or more of those games on Thursday, October the 6th, the day after the regular season is set to conclude. If those games are necessary to decide the NL East title right now, it would be not the case because right now you have the Mets up by 1, but hopefully the Braves will not only tie but take over the lead. So, league also not considering beginning the series on Thursday when the Mets and Braves have a mutual off day. Not going to do that. A move to a neutral site would be costly to Atlanta from both competitive and financial standpoints, which is true. So, I would think Major League Baseball will do all they can to keep it in Atlanta for the series because it's it'll be a sellout crowds, I would think, when the Mets and the Braves play head-to-head in the regular season or close to the end of the regular season. So, I would think that would be the case. Games today, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh day game. Night games, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Kansas City, Detroit. The Yankees and Toronto. Baltimore and Boston. The Mets, by the way, Judge still sitting on 60. Didn't hit anything last night. The Mets hosting Miami, as we told you. Cardinals will be at Milwaukee. White Sox in Minnesota. Cubs hosting Philadelphia. Arizona, Houston. The Angels at home against Oakland tonight. Dodgers at San Diego. Texas at Seattle. And Colorado will be at San Francisco. They are your ball games for this Wednesday. We'll have Greg in here top of the hour talking a lot about Major League Baseball. We'll save it for him because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Had a guy last night had 3 balks in 1 inning. How do you do that? Richard Blyer, the lefty for the Miami Marlins, called for 3 balks in the same inning in the same at-bat against Texas or New York Mets slugger Pete Alonso. And I went back and watched that one. I was like, really? How do you do 3 balks on the same batter in the same inning? But he did it. So, anyway, that's Major League Baseball, what we got going on. As far as the standings, let's see. Yankees have clinched. They're in. We kind of knew they would be, but it's official now. Here's the wild card race. Okay, where are the standings? That's what I want. Oh, here they are right here. Tom Davis Sports Show. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Yankees have clinched the American League East. Cleveland has clinched the Central, and Houston has clinched the American League West. Those 3 are in. They're looking for the other 3 teams to make up the wild card, which at this point will be Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Seattle in the American League. In the National League, the Mets and Braves are both in the playoffs in one way, shape, or form. One will be the divisional winner. The other will be a wild card team. Cardinals are in, and the Dodgers are in. And so you have 4 out of the 6 decided in the National League. The wild card race looks like this in the National. Whoever wins the division, the other team will be at one of the wild card, be it the Mets or the Braves, and the other 2 are the Padres and the Phillies right now. Milwaukee kind of hanging. Baltimore has slipped off the pace in the American League as a wild card possibility, but the Milwaukee Brewers have caught fire here of late. They're only a game and a half behind the Phillies for that 3rd wild card spot with, about a week of baseball left to go here, or a little over a week to go. So that's interesting to say the least. Hey, we're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Andy Stanko joins us from Milligan University coming up here in just a few minutes. Top of the hour, Greg Salyer talking Major League Baseball. Then later on, Sean Whitten joins us, head football coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, homecoming tomorrow night. And then you'll come back, and we'll come back here from Jody Jenkins from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes with a big event coming up this weekend in Gray. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We is live. Be right back after this from Mary Kay. You're watching the Tom Davis Sports Show live from Elizabethton.
You know I like it a lot, yeah. You know I like what you got, yeah. Whenever we're together, the feeling lasts forever. I think it's kind of clever. But we can be the same, la la. But we can be the same, la la. But we can be the same. But we can be the same, la la.
Discover what you love at MaryKay.com or with your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Did you know we can quickly and conveniently deliver Mary Kay products directly to you? We offer easy-to-do home and office delivery. Avoid standing in a line for your skincare products when Mary Kay can ship them right to your door through the customer delivery service. Find out today how we can ship the hundreds of quality Mary Kay products right to your door. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
At Chick-fil-A Caraway Village, we always look forward to seeing Ellie. Nick also.
Ellie just gets excited and bolts right towards them.
She loves to come and get the bag and trots right back to Nick.
We never even had to ask them to hand her the bag. The team members just automatically knew to do it. It was just that little thing, that level of customer service that kind of blew my mind.
We're just really glad that Nick shared Ellie with us. We take care of our guests, whether they're two-legged or four-legged.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again on this Wednesday. We are live at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton, so lobby's open. Of course, you can come that way. You can come to their drive-thru, the brand new drive-thru, or you can go on the App Store and put Chick-fil-A 1 on your phone and order it that way through the app, and they'll pull up to the curb. You pull up, and they'll bring it out to you, and after that, you accrue so many points by doing it that way, you get free food. Free food's always good, especially when it's from the folks right here at Chick-fil-A. All right, let's see what's going on in the high school sports from last night. We will start with soccer. Westridge scored a 2-1 senior night win over Crockett. Penalty kicks for the Lady Wolves to win that one 2-1. Science Hill blanks Daniel Boone 6-0. Hannah Dawson had a goal and 2 assists on 6 different players scored for the Lady Toppers. Morgan Mahoney, Carrie Egerbrecht, hope I'm saying it right, Egerbrecht, Brooklyn, what's some names, Ringersma, hope I'm saying that right. Ellie Luna had an assist. Science Hill blanks Daniel Boone 6-0 in soccer. Ava Flannery and London Taylor scored the other goal as the Lady Indians got the measure of the Lady Patriots 4-0 over Jeff County. Elizabeth wins 8-0 on senior night. Kayla Simmons had a hat trick. Lady Cyclones rolled to the win over Unicoi County 8-0. Izzy Lewis, Morgan Heaton, Molly Johnson all scored goals. Elizabeth had 2 other scores off Unicoi County's own goals, so it was 8-0 final. Elizabeth and Tennessee I blanks Volunteers 6-0. Ella Tilley, Riley Miller, McKinley Swift, Hannah Plumbar, Caitlin Hutchinson, and Bridget Flaherty all scoring. For Tennessee I, they beat Volunteers 6-0. In volleyball last night, the one we brought you, Briley Tulloch had a double-double of 18 kills and 14 digs. Crockett wins 25-21, 33-31, 25-12. Lady Cyclones got that one set, 25-21. Gracie Kirsch, 10 kills, 13 digs. Bailey Van Huss had a team best 20 digs. J.C. Bowers racked up 28 assists and 11 digs. Lady Cyclones lose it again to Crockett, 3-1. Daniel Boone, volleyball, beat Unicoi County 3-0. Kylie Bacon, 12 kills. Addison Dietz finished with 28 assists and 24 digs in that one. Westridge beat Virginia High in volleyball, 3-0. Riley Haney's 10 kills and 9 digs, 8 kills, and 7 aces from Casey Wampler as Westridge wins 3-0. Johnson County beat Tri-Cities Christian 3-0 in volleyball. Burkina Hutchins led the team with 6 kills. Riley Eisenhower and Peyton Gentry each served up 4 aces. Johnson County beats Tri-Cities Christian 3-0. South Green beat Sullivan East 3-1. The defending single-A state champion in volleyball, the Lady Rebels, win in Greenville at South Green. Hannah Hodge, 12 kills and 19 digs. Jenna Hare finished with 12 kills and 11 digs. Volunteers ladies beat Granger in volleyball 3-1. Lily Christian, 9 aces with 14 assists and 11 digs. So that was last night in volleyball and soccer across the region on the high school level. Football tonight, nobody. Tomorrow night we got 3. Our game and Morristown East at Science Hill and Checkydokee, Unicoi County. Those 3 have been moved to Thursday because of the storms coming. You heard Jesse say we're supposed to get 1 to 2 inches of rain this weekend here. It could go in a different direction. It could move completely away from us, but I don't know if it's going to or not. I'm not the weatherman. He is. So, the RUB. All right, let's see what we got. A couple of, 1, 2, 3 football games in college have been moved because of the storm. Florida moved its game against Eastern Washington from Saturday to Sunday in Gainesville. Central Florida did the same with its game against SMU. And South Florida just relocated its entire site. They're playing East Carolina going from Tampa to Boca Raton. South Carolina and South Carolina State have moved their game from Saturday till tomorrow in Columbia. So that's what's going on as far as college football. Florida, Eastern Washington now on Sunday. Central Florida and SMU on Sunday. South Florida and East Carolina moving from Tampa to Boca Raton. Tampa's supposed to get the brunt of the storm. I mean, brunt. It's Category 5 now. What Jesse say? Sustained winds of 155 miles an hour. You don't want to be anywhere close to that, folks. I've been through one of those. It is not any fun, and it's scary. I'll just tell you. It's pretty nerve-wracking. South Carolina State plays tomorrow in Columbia. So that's the update on the very latest on what's going on with the storm as far as it's affecting the college and in this case, college football and even pro baseball. Major League Baseball with the Braves and the Mets this weekend in Atlanta. Can't see them moving it to another city. Atlanta's going to stand to lose a lot of money. They already lost the NBA All-Star game. That hurt. So they moved that, of course, this year. So they're talking about possibly moving it, but I don't think the Braves will squawk enough about that to Major League Baseball for them not to do it because they're going to lose a lot of money. A 3-game set against the Mets, head-to-head showdown this weekend in Atlanta. You got to know it'll be a sellout crowd each night. That's a lot of money to be going through their fingers. Concessions, parking, the whole souvenirs, the whole kit and caboodle if you move this 3-game set from Atlanta to somewhere else. I don't see it doing it. They'll probably adjust it based on the track of the storm, how it's going to impact Atlanta. But as far as moving everything, I can't see them moving the games to another city. That'd be crazy. Be very detrimental to the economy of Atlanta. So we'll see. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Top of the hour or bottom of the hour, going to be joined by Andy Stanko again from Milligan University. He's going to join us. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We is live. We are. We're right here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. One of our great sponsors, Northeast Community Credit Union. Northeast Community Credit Union. So, how do you allow lower payments when the interest rates seem to be going up right now? How do y'all do that?
Well, we still have very, very low rates right now, and the dealerships are seeing more inventory come in. So one way we could do that is you pick how you make your payments frequently, as far as monthly, semi-monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, whatever's convenient for you. And the more frequent you make payments, the faster you're going to pay that car off. Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure that you have extra cash in your pocket and whatever's in your budget. We just want to keep you, in the right realm of, how much you can afford and still have that extra cash. Sure. And for a savings.
You offer 2 services that help car buyers after the sale. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so one would be a Gap Advantage or Guaranteed Asset Protection. And, some people may not understand what that is. And it's just a supplemental insurance on top of your full coverage. Your full coverage is not always a full coverage. Let's just say, for example, a $35,000 vehicle, you just purchased that and you drove it off the lot. A week later, you have totaled the vehicle, and a depreciation of that value went down to $32,000. You've got to make up $3,000 out of your pocket, which is where Gap protection comes in. So, and also we got powertrain warranties, sometimes more than thousands less than the dealerships. So we've got options for you, new and used vehicles.
Yep. So a Gap insurance policy designed to cover the types of gaps you spoke of, and you guys offer that, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
Talking to Andrew again, Northeast Community Credit Union. So, what if they're not able to come in during your business hours and your car shopping, let's say Sunday night at 11 o'clock, or I don't know, somebody's up at 4 in the morning looking for a car? How can you help them those crazy hours?
Yeah, we know you've got a busy life, and so the best thing to do is to get pre-approved, and you can do that by calling us when we're open, and then we'll get everything situated for you. You can apply on our website at bmicu.org or in person and for an account or a loan. And we want to make sure that you're pre-approved, so that way when you walk in, they know that you're in the driver's seat and that you have that already taken care of, and they're not going to hassle you over, financing. You can just say, I've got this addressed already. You know, what can I afford here, and this is how much I'm pre-approved for, and it'll be easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Yeah, always get pre-approved. That way you know how much you can get and what you can go out and shop for. So
Yeah.
And it's very, very easy. Again, you have locations where now?
We have the main office behind Elizabethan High School on Jason Witten Way, and then we have 2 on 19E, 1 in Roe Mountain, and then 1 in Elizabethan near the CVS, and then we have 1 off West Oakland Avenue in Johnson City.
Yep, right around the corner of the Mellow Mushroom. If you know where that's at, I'll give them a free plug. So it's right down the street on the back side of Mellow Mushroom on Oakland Avenue. I'm doing this because it's down from Mellow Mushroom. Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at bmycu.org. You can find us Northeast Community Credit Union, Facebook, and Instagram.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, big thank you to Andrea Lewis and the folks at Northeast Community Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Tom Bailey Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Don't forget, coming up now, we got a doubleheader tonight. We'll do varsity and junior varsity. Last game of the year. Always going to showcase both teams. We'll go, 5:50 on air for the varsity, and then the JV to follow. It'll be T.A. Duggar and Greenville. Again, the final game for both teams. They're both 6-1. It's going to be a great matchup. It'll be at the stadium. 8th grade night. Honoring cross country, the band, the cheerleaders, the janitors. I don't know whoever's going to be out there. We're going to pay tribute to them because it's going to be with that special night. And so we'll do that again. What a gorgeous night to come out, watch the band and football and the cheerleaders. And come on out. Get yourself something cool to sip on and support these kids. They're working hard at T.A. Duggar. And so, again, it's a great time to look. At the end of the day, and he's going to tell you the same thing because he's involved in Junior Cyclones. These kids are our future. This is it. And we got to showcase them and promote them and accent the positive. Do we or do we not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we certainly do. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. And so we'll go on there about 5:50 with the pregame and kick it off varsity at 6 and the JV to follow. It's going to be a great tussle. He can tell you this. We can tell you. If you play Greenville and Tiddlywinks or Uno, it's going to be a heck of a game or a heck of a matchup. So come on out tonight. I mean, there's no excuse. The weather is perfect for a football game tonight. A little cool, a little nip in the air. So sun's out, beautiful day. Come support these kids, both the guys and the ladies, the cheerleaders, the band, the whole kit and caboodle. Coach Whitten here with us. Again, we'll talk about Sullivan East coming up here in a moment. But, man, what a game last week. What a game. Our kids went down, and they just put on that Cyclone pride, and they went to work.
Yeah, I mean, super proud of the guys, and we challenged them to do what we're going to get from Anderson County. And, by far our best performance of the year, the way we put it together in all 3 phases, complementary football. Kids play relentless effort. We made tons of mistakes, but you just couldn't see it because of how hard we played. Just found our rhythm and offense. I mean, who would have thought at the end of the night, we would have been we outrushed Anderson County, out through Anderson County, and total yards we performed Anderson County as far as the offense goes. So just hats off to our guys. Keep working, keep fighting their tails off, and really proud of the guys. 23 offensive first downs we had. Incredible performance by our guys. It's really cool to see us kind of persevere through and play a really good football game, that far away from home.
What'd you tell them at halftime?
We just had to tighten it up a little bit, and knew they were going to make a run. Knew they were going to kind of make a push there and try to get the ball to number 14. Val is a really good receiver. Just had to expect them to make a run at it, and create a spark and see if we can find a way to win it at the end. But our gals held on, bits and pieces, fought our tails off, and really proud of the drive we put together.
Yeah.
From 20 to 20. We had some spectacular guys step up with some great performances. Super proud of a guy like Luke Whaley. First game back, had some big-time catches, big-time plays. Is a big contributor for us on offense and defense. He had a pass interference call down there on the goal line, which he was a great time-up play for him. Had a first touchdown. Just love guys when you get them back in the lineup. Guys have worked really hard to overcome some injuries, and, proud of guys like him.
Here's some of the numbers. Nate Stevens, what a night. One of our players of the game. 22 carries, 183 yards, averaged 8 yards a carry, got a touchdown out of the deal. Again, passing the football, Dalton carried it 5 times for 40 yards. Passing the ball, Dalton Mitchell, 11 out of 17, 2 touchdowns. Gib Maupin, 9 out of 14 for 92 yards combined with him adding on the fly. 20 for 31 passing for 2 touchdowns. Top receiver, Jeriah Griffin, 6 catches for 78 yards. Cam Baker, 4 catches, touchdown. Nate Stevens, 3 catches, a touchdown. Teddy Orton caught it 3 times. We're spreading the ball around now.
Well, we did a good job. We knew we executed game plan. We threw it to a pretty good job. I thought Dalton really got into a niche and fought his tail off. Had a couple good scramble plays. We did a good job. The first touchdown, it's 4th and 3. We end up taking a shot to Luke, and he comes up with the big play. And then, down on the goal line again, there we are inside the 10, and we call a double slant, and Dalton finds Cam Baker across the middle. Dry had a big shallow drag route on 3rd down and got us all the way down the 1 yard line. So the guys came up, made us some big plays. We had Teddy open a couple times on the deep ball. I thought we did a really good job of keeping them off balance. Nate gave us a spark at the running back position. We did a great job at our spreading them out a little bit, and I thought Dry was able to, our shot plays, we were selective on those and really did a good job. Dry had one down the field. We missed Teddy a couple times, which he got behind the guys there. So it's just really cool to see us to kind of start to evolve and start to come into our own and find our personnel a little bit. Credit our offensive line. They did a great job of just pass protections all night long, mixing in the runs, and allowed Nate to get some big time plays. I mean, I think he probably had maybe 10 runs of 15 yards or more. That's where he was getting in the secondary there. So it's a good thing to see. I think that we're hitting our peak at the right time. Everybody knows high school football is kind of a 3 seasons, first part, second part, third part. That second half of the season right now is when you got to be playing really good football. So I think if we can tighten the screws up a little bit, eliminate some of the penalties and sometimes a miscommunication at times, I think we can have a shot at this thing in the 3rd season when we get to playoffs.
Several people down in the press box when we left on a Friday night said, we don't want to play you guys again. I said, no, I wouldn't want to play us again either because we're coming. I mean, the train's back on the track and we're coming. We got Sullivan East, Ray County, Volunteer, and Seymour left in that order. And so, yes, you're seeing the great description, the involvement or the growing up of this football team. And so it's starting to click. We're starting to figure this thing out. We were in a rebuilding mode, and so, coming off of last year, and everybody knew that. So they're beginning to come into their own.
Well, our guys are fighting their tails off. Yeah. And we really challenged them to kind of keep rising to the level of what we were going to kind of go against. And there's a team like Anderson County is like we were several years ago. They keep knocking on the door. They're trying to punch through. They've kind of been the 3rd team out. But they're really talented at some skill position guys. They got a core group. Their star running back played Friday night. He played on defense, not offense. But they're a tough offensive stop. The way they can throw the ball, Martinez is about as good as there is in the business of throwing that ball right in behind the linebackers in front of the safeties. They're well coached. But anytime you go that far away, I thought our guys handled the trip very well. I thought we got ourselves ready to play. Our preparation has been much better throughout the course of the week. Just being able to understand the alignments and assignments and what we're going to get from each thing. I thought, they're usually an H-back team with 34. 34 became a non-factor on offense. They went to completely spread. But I really think the switch we've done to kind of create the look on defense, we've gone to a 3-man front. We've inserted, I thought Caleb Holzer, guys like Shankles, Zeth Mullins, 16, we moved him to an outside linebacker with the absence of Mason Ball. Ben Adams stepped up big time, had a lot of great plays. Andrew Blevins had the strip, the sack, or the forced fumble. So, Dalton Mitchell had an interception. We played tremendously good football, and it was really good to see for us to kind of go that far and challenge us against a really good football team, because I know a lot of people weren't expecting that, but I think we expected out of ourselves, that we can. Now we know what we're capable of and what we're willing to do. If we kind of tighten this thing up a little bit, how much better we can be. So, it's amazing even when you play a team like Granger, just where the confidence can come from. It can be one practice, it can be one play, it can be one day of just going out there and where the light turns and you flip a switch and you start to figure it out. So I think we've done that, and with a little bit of eliminate some middle mistakes at certain periods of time, I think we can be a tough team.
Absolutely. Talking to Coach Sean Witten, we're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And coming up next, Andy Stanko from Milligan University going to give us an update on the Buffs. Sullivan East, scouting report on the Patriots for homecoming.
Well, it's a kind of a good thing we're playing Sullivan East this week. It's a team that passes the ball, so we get another great challenge of just coming off what we did last week of trying to keep that part of our defense is that challenge of Nate, Teddy, guys in the secondary, coverage wise. It's really good to see. We're playing a spread football team that they've scored a lot of points. They do throw the ball. Quarterback does make some plays. They've given up a lot of points as well. But another opportunity for us. Our schedule has been such a roller coaster this year, Tom. With we play at home against Science Hill, then we off, and then we go 2 straight World games. Then we're at ETSU, and then we're back home. A far trip to Anderson County. We're back home this week for homecoming. Then we go all the way to Ray County. It's just been a up and down roller coaster type of season for us. But anytime we get a chance to play home, it's a great feeling for us. A really good team. Sullivan East is up and coming. They've made drastic improvements in the schemes and the players. J.C. Simmons does a great job. So just another great challenge for us. It's a region game. Want another great performance, and we want to do a great job defensively and respecting the 0.
They are 33 averaging points per game. They're giving up 35. Their combined opponents' records are 16 and 19. We're averaging, 17, giving up right around 14, 15 points a game on the season, which is just lights out. And our combined opponents' record is 23 and 6, and 3 of those are ranked in the state. So it's not been an easy road, but what did Lombardi say? To play the best, you got to be the best, or be the best, you got to play the best. And so we've had a heck of a schedule. East presents problems because they throw the football, but we present problems to them too, don't we?
Well, I think we do. I think we're hitting our niche at the right time. I think we're getting guys involved in the offense. I think now we know what we got to be. Moving Whitaker to our interior line has given us a 6-man rotation that's kind of give us some great balance. Justice is at tight end a little bit. It's giving some work there, so we're moving some pieces around. We know we got Nate, Cade in the backfield, and we got some receivers there. But we just matter of staying healthy, moving the ball around, keeping people involved. Just getting comfortable at what we can do. And so, I think that the quarterbacks have done a great job of trying to spread the ball around, finding the receivers there. But we just got to do a better job. Who would have thought going to Anderson County we would have had 31 passing attempts? But we just got to do a good job of making the easy throws. We don't always have to go deep. The biggest thing about the challenges when you throw the ball is we had one series there where we had three straight incomplete passes. You only run 9 seconds off the clock. You give a good team the ball back. We just can't do those type of things to be efficient offense. Good offenses, we got to keep them on the side. I thought we had some opportunities too against Anderson County to get off the field on 3rd down. We kind of allowed them to get some short yardage there. So there's always, here we are last week in September. People only remember what you do in the month of October and November. And I think we do have a shot. I really do. I think if we can tighten the screws up, like I said, I think we can have a shot at this. It's any man's game. We know when we get to the playoffs, we got to win. We got a chance to win out, win our first home playoff game, which could be big. Go back on the road, put us in the same spot, put us in the same position where I think the outcome can be a lot different. So I think we have a chance to continue to get guys healthy. That we're working like crazy. I think Luke Whaley, just his presence out there, he's a smart player. He's a dependable player. He's going to be at the right place. He gave us a chance to give Teddy a break on defense at times. We inserted him to give us a break where Nate was at running back. He gives us another opportunity to get him a receiver. He's a dependable receiver. So just small pieces of getting really good players back. Bradley Kennedy is getting into his own. Eli, Landon Hughes are doing a great job at the interior tackles. If you saw our defense at the first of the year, which we were spectacular, to even now, we're even better. But we've switched some people around, switched some bodies around. So it's really good to see us and kind of where we need to be. Obviously, we're not into moral victories. We're not into either win or you lose. So guys just got to continue to work, do a great job. I sent a text out yesterday. I think it kind of puts in perspective to these guys. It kind of talks about where our process is. It just kind of goes back to, like, at the end of the day, with our guys in some ways is like, right here is just one of the things that it just says you have to allow the journey, the process, the trials bring out the best version of you in the end. And I think in the end, we have an opportunity to kind of stop. Sometimes, we can't go back and change the beginning, but we can, make sure we fix the ending. And so I think at the end of the day, a lot of times for us as coaches, it's been some tough decisions we've had to make at the early of the year. Guys banged up, guys in and line out. Maybe they've not gone the way we've kind of expected, but I think we have the opportunity to find ourselves again in a groove and see if we can kind of change the outcomes here in the second half of the season.
The Cyclone machine is revved back up, folks. I'm going to tell you, when I saw it against Granger, when I saw it the other night, we go in the locker room at halftime up big on this team, second-ranked team in the state. There was a hush in the Anderson County crowd. There's like, uh-oh, because the Cyclone machine's back because of this man and his coaching staff. They're getting it cranked back up. So we got to ride the rails with them. We got East at Ray County. Come back from a volunteer, open date, and see more than the playoffs.
Yeah, we're working like crazy to see if we can find a team in October 21st. I doubt that's going to happen, but I think that we're in a routine right now. We're in a groove. Our preparation, like I said, is becoming better. We're getting a 4-day week. Even, this week moving the game to Thursday just gives us an opportunity. We want to get back on the field as soon as possible, get them back in front of our home crowd. It's just going to be a great homecoming week, and excited to just get back out there and perform well. Anytime you're home for us, playing out here, we don't lose very often out here in this stadium. I think, even 5 times since 2015. So we just got another opportunity to get out there and make some plays, see if we can do things better. Our senior leadership has still been pretty productive. Guys are ready to go, and so hopefully we can, make our guys proud and then finish this season off the right way.
Go Cyclones.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Good man right there, folks. He's here. He's gone. Head football coach Sean Wooden. That's good. He has to get back to class. I get that. Get back to school. Hey, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll jump right in from the orange and black of Elizabeth and the orange and black of Milligan University. Coming up next, Andy Stanko joins us right after this timeout. You are watching the Tom Little Sports Show live, as we are at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. And I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning. But I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music. Plan wants you to come be a part of that. And then also, don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
Aaron Kaiser, from Physical Therapy Services. So one of the things you guys treat is fibromyalgia. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So a lot of times the best thing that you can do for people that have fibromyalgia is get them moving in a comfortable way that they feel safe and that they feel comfortable and like they have control of the situation. So we have the anti-gravity treadmill, the Alter G, where we can offload them, get them moving. We have the new step, which they like because they're not full weight bearing. They can adjust that. And overall, just patient education, teaching them how to move in that pain-free or that more comfortable way for them.
Yeah, good stuff. They offer a lot of services of physical therapy services. How do we find you on social media?
Facebook, we have an ortho clinic that has a Facebook page, and then a pediatric clinic that has a Facebook page.
They've been with us since day one. Proud sponsors. I love promoting these folks. Again, Dr. Danny, Dr. Justin Smith, Dr. Sylvester, Dr. Aaron, and all the other great folks. Sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports Physical Therapy Services. Back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Look who stopped by. Andy Stanko, Sports Information Director, Milligan University. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Excited to be back here. And,
hold that.
I remember this time last year, early in the fall, we didn't have kind of a Chick-fil-A with the lobby open with all the summer stuff coming off of COVID. It's just nice to be back and to have the people coming and going and a good energy, and it is starting to feel like fall. Just having Coach on there is nothing like high school football. So, really it's just great to be back.
Yeah, I was watching you over there. You were grinning. You were fired up. You were like, "Put me in, coach. You're ready."
Yeah.
He gets you fired up when you're out there.
I mean, no matter where you are, it's just high school football is like nothing else. And to see coach, and we know obviously Ryan Witten with Milligan Flag Football. We're thrilled to have him, and to see Sean in his element. Great time.
Great time. Yep. Again, we've got a doubleheader tonight coming up. We've got T.A. Duggar Middle School football, the final game of the year. They take on Greenville. Both are 6-1. We'll go in there the varsity at 5:50, and the JV to follow. We do both games on the last game of the season. It's 8th grade night. Place will be packed. Band's going to be there performing. They're going to honor their cheerleaders cross country, all the 8th graders, I think, in most of the fall sports. So it's a good chance if you're a Cyclone fan or a Greenville fan to come out and watch it and support your kids. As I said at the outset of our visit to Coach Witten, and you know this on the college level, these young people, whether they're in junior Cyclones, they're the Mighty Mites, or middle school football, or high school, or Milligan, these young people, I say young under the age of 21, 22, it's our future. I mean, this is who it is, and so we've got to support them, and that's what we're getting ready to do, because you're getting ready to tell us about Milligan University. So what's the latest, greatest? What's going on?
Oh, it's been a good fall so far, and it's hard to start anywhere else except from cross country. Obviously, defending national champions. The first in-season poll came out this past Thursday, and both teams achieved their highest national ranking for an in-season poll. The women held on to the number 1 spot. Funny enough, the men have dropped to number 2 despite having the most first-place votes in the country, so that's some bulletin board material for our guys. I know at the end of the day, really, the final poll that's set from the national championship results is the one that matters. Last year, obviously, neither team was ranked number 1 the whole year and then won the national championship, so something to monitor now. They ran at Charlotte. They loved that course at McAlpine Creek Park. Queen City, they swept the championship there for the 2nd straight year. Aaron Jones, an individual champion on the men's side. Ellen Mary Kearney made her long-awaited debut, younger sister of Emily Kearney, who put together the greatest outdoor track and field season in women's NAI history. She knocked it out of the park. Both of those runners were runners of the week, and this cross-country team didn't run everyone the first time out. They ran a really strong squad at Charlotte, impressed big time, and they're trending in the right direction. Coach Lane and his program, it's all about getting right in November. Coach Witten was talking about no one remembers what you do until October and November.
That's it.
Fall sport. And so this is a cross-country team trending in the right direction. The women's side, Ellen Mary Kearney, Lizzie Lucaston, some exciting freshmen, with, of course, some great returners. Alyssa Biazzi, the defending national champion. Caitlin Dominy, who's already been a national runner of the week this year. So very exciting with cross country. Do want to shout out Friday night, and since football's been moved, Friday, this has not been moved yet, the Eli Kramer Memorial Invitational is this Friday on campus. Mom and Dad are going to be there. We're going to honor Eli. We have a new stone on the training loop with an image of him on there. So we're really excited to bring campus together, have that moment together, and really for our cross country team to compete and have that moment as a team and to support them.
Touch of class, very nice from Milligan University. Eli, of course, young man lost his life last year, and so we're going to honor him, and that's awesome. That's the way it should be. So another touch of class by a class institution, in my humble opinion, Milligan University. So there you go. All right, cross country wrapped up. What's going on in golf right now?
Well, golf, they had their home event in the fall. They were up over at the Johnson City Country Club, and both those teams cleaned up. Men's and women's golf team titles, first place. The women really, that they put it together. They set their single round record. It was a par 73. I believe they were 3 over as a team with their top 4 scorers. They went 295 on Monday, which is a single round record. They matched their 2-day tournament total of 603. And this is a program, women's golf, they've been around for 12 years, 7 national championship appearances. So this is a team that's consistently been good. So this isn't, just out of the blue, hey, here's a round that's just off the grid. This is a team that's been building, that's been getting better. They were under 300 strokes earlier this year as well. Gabby Hammond had a really good first round. She went 2 under to really kind of spur that 295. Elena Perryman, can't say enough about her. She's a multi-year All-American. She's back for a 5th year, and she's been all-tournament in every tournament she's been in dating back to last year outside of Nationals, where she was a top 40 finisher, top 45 finisher in that as well. So Men's side, we've got a couple new players. Coach Tony Wallingford has done very well with Sweden as of late, and Gustav Lundberg was our top finisher on the men's side. He was the individual runner-up, 67-man player field, and Coach Wallingford loves to have these big tournaments. Lots of teams, competitive golf. Really, when you're paired with other golfers, they know what they're doing. And, he posted a 68, a 72. Sam Prater, John Leggett, also top 10 finishes. A 2-day total of 578. Walter State and UT Southern came on strong day 2, and they held them off to win by 6 strokes. So men's golf, they closed last year really well. Women's golf, obviously, nationally ranked the entire last season. Both teams are trending in a good direction. Coach Wallingford, assistant coach Chris Woods, they're really... they're getting after it, and was fun to watch. It's great to finally, see our kids play certain sports where many times they're on the road. It's great to have golf. We're at Johnson City in this fall, and we'll be at Elizabethton in the spring. Typically, that's how we go each year.
We're talking to Andy Stanko. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton again on this gorgeous, gorgeous Wednesday. We do have Duggar football tonight. T.A. Duggar and Greenville, doubleheader. Again, we'll go on there the broadcast at 5:50 and 6 o'clock kickoff. I think the last Duggar football game we did, we had I don't know, you guys don't care, but I'm a numbers dude, so it's 2,500, 2,600 views for a middle school football game all over the country. That's what blows my mind. I mean, we start doing Milligan, it's going to be incredibly cool when people on my tablet say, where you watching from? And I know last year we did volleyball. We had parents and grandparents of some of those girls down in Florida watching, so it's really cool to take little old Milligan or little old Elizabethton and shoot it out to the world through live streaming on Facebook and now on YouTube. So we're excited about that. 5:50 airtime, kickoff 6 tonight, doubleheader. T.A. Duggar in Greenville at Citizens Bank Stadium, 8th grade night against Greenville. Both teams 6-1. So as I said earlier, and Coach just chuckled, I was right, and he knew it. You could do dodgeball. You could do pick a Foursquare. You could do Uno between Elizabethton and Greenville. Pickleball. I'm telling you, it'd be a war, it'd be a battle. So, and tonight will be no different. It'll be a hard-hitting football game. Two teams going to get after each other, and we'll do it at 5:50. Again, right over here at Citizens Bank Stadium with T.A. Duggar and Greenville. Men's soccer at Milligan. What's going on there?
Hey, they're getting hot now. 3 wins in a row. A little bit of a slow start for men's soccer. Some overtime rules changed, so we've had quite a few results early in the season, B-ties. And this men's soccer team, the out-of-conference schedule was brutal. WVU Tech, Georgia Gwinnett, Dalton State, all teams either in the top 25 or receiving votes. And really, they're catching their stride now. 3 straight wins. They're climbing those AAC standings, and really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. They've outscored opponents 17-2 over these last 2 games. Point defending AAC tournament champions, 4-2 win at Anglin Field. For Milligan, 10-0 win over KCU. And then Montreat, who knocked the Buffs out of the tournament last year, a 3-0 win for Milligan in that one, tied at the half, 3 goals in the second half, and they're off and running. And, this is a Milligan team that obviously Coach David Lilly, an alum, great coach, got hired, had a great opportunity at ETSU, and now Joe Barber running a new system, new players, some turnover, and they're really starting to click. The returners, the new guys, how we want to play, and it's a lot of fun to see them kind of the light bulbs start to go off, if you will, throughout the course of the season. So this is a team 3-1-1 in conference. They're idle this week, and next week should be a good one. At Truett McConnell on Wednesday, and then we're hosting CIU, defending AAC regular season champs, one of 2 teams to beat Milligan all of last year in the regular season. Anglin Field, 5 o'clock next Saturday. We're excited to have it for sure.
Be a little pumped up. You got it. Last but not least, Greg Sire joins us coming up talking Major League Baseball. Last but not least, volleyball. What's going on there?
Hey, volleyball, winners of 7 of their last 9. We're riding a 5-game win streak into last night, and gave, unbeaten, at least in conference play, Bryan, number 1 Bryan, a run for their money. It was 25-22, 25-15, 25-22. And in both the first and third sets, it was tied or Milligan was leading late in both of those sets. So this is, again, a very young team, graduated 5-6 seniors from last year, and really the young key pieces, Ella Maiden in the middle, Shelby Miller on the outside. You're going to love watching Shelby play.
She came from Unicoi County. I saw her last year.
You awesome. Already know. She is awesome, and we're excited to have her. Colby Green, our setter, who is a sophomore, missed some time last year. hand injury, which is hard to deal with when you're a setter. And she is competitive. And really that back line, a lot of young players are playing on that serve-receive group, and they're getting it done. They've won all the games they're supposed to win, and now they're just looking to step up. They're one of those teams trying to break through. And we had a great student presence yesterday. It's been Spirit Week. We've been trying to get kids to campus, and really it was a big regular season game, which you get to that point when you're either one of the top teams consistently or you're someone who can actually challenge one of the top teams. And Brian had to sweat a little bit, and they pulled it out that time. So it'll be exciting to see where this volleyball team goes. They're heading down to Columbia this weekend. They've got CIU, who's number 21 in the country, on Friday night, and then Columbia, South Carolina on Saturday, before returning for 3 home games next week.
So the volleyball home schedule is backloaded. There'll be a lot more home down the second half of the season, which we're going to get involved in to help out, and we're looking forward to doing that. And so when we're not doing the Cyclones, we're going to jump in and do the Buffaloes. Same with basketball. Women's and men's basketball, are they cranked up yet?
Not yet. They're going to be going in October. It'll be really funny if we make a playoff game. You and me might have to jump on a men's soccer broadcast, because that, if you want to talk about where are you watching from, our parents will go nuts. If we can get you for one of those, we'll see. The men still need to qualify for the postseason. The women, a really nice win over Point. Lost 4-0 to them last year. Got a 1-0 win in conference this year. So we shall see. But always a pleasure. We're excited to have you whenever we can.
Absolutely. I love doing it too. I know 2 weeks ago we had folks in Quebec City, Canada watching the game. And then we have last week we had some Elizabethton folks vacationing in the Dominican Republic that were watching. So we went international. It's pretty cool. I know you'll notice out the camera going, who cares? But I'm sitting here calling a ball game, and I see people pop up in the FARs in Fresno, California, the Costco's in Las Vegas, Nathan Pierce in Boston. I mean, these people are watching. Bob Thomas in Dallas. They watch every game. Last night, we're doing the volleyball, and one of the grandparents came in to see their kid, Craig Jones from Milford, Nebraska. Came up and introduced himself to me, so he watches every time we do something for Cyclones in Nebraska. So that flips my trigger big time. May not mean a thing to you all, but it flips my trigger. And so, because the product you're putting out there, folks out there on the other end, they want to watch it and see it because it's grandparents or whatever. And the beauty of this too is you can go back and watch it 100 times, and you can share it. If Andy couldn't make it, I hit the button and share it to Andy. He can share it to his mother, to his grandma, whatever. And so it just goes on and on and on. So lots of positives being able to promote these kids. We're going to do that with Milligan. Just going to have to nail down the schedule, and we're going to do volleyball, then morph into basketball and baseball and softball if we can. So, but we want to be involved as much as we can because we bleed orange and black. We love them Buffs. So I just need to get me a new. I like that hat. Where'd you get that hat? The bookstore?
The baseball team.
Baseball
You'll
team.
have to track down Skylar Barnett.
I'll have to bum one off Skylar yet because it's. I like them. I like them MUs on my hat. I believe in what this university stands for. It's a Christian based, and they try and do it the right way. And they swim upstream in a society and culture that's not always conducive to being having a Christian university, but they do their best shot, don't they?
We're trying to equip servant leaders with faith, community, and scholarship.
There you go.
The end.
Get you something to eat. Are you hungry?
Will do. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, sir, as always. Yeah. Andy Stanko, folks. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll go from Andy. We went from Sean Whitten to Andy Stanko to Greg Salyer. A guy had 3 balks in 1 inning against 1 batter last night. How in the world do you get 3 balks against 1 guy in 1 inning? But he did it. The Miami Marlins lefty against Pete Alonso for the Mets. Talk Braves, talk playoffs, talk lots of baseball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Double C Western Supply. Hey, dudes, you started with 600 pairs. You don't have 600 pairs now. You've been moving them.
They are selling, thankfully.
Yes.
Yes, we have a lot in the store. 600 pairs to choose from. 11 different styles for men, 14 different styles for women, and we do have some kids on the way. We ordered them. We've got the order, so we've got kids coming as well. This is some examples of the men's we've got in stock. All the men's are $65. Super lightweight, super comfortable, very supportive on your feet. And these are just some of the styles we've got. This is probably one of my favorites.
Mine too.
I love the pattern on it. It's they call it Grade Patriotic, so it's it's like the flag, you know, but it's kind of not as bright where you could wear it with about anything. The black on black has probably been the most popular in men and women, with the black sole and the black top. So just a very neat look that would go with almost anything.
What size? How big a size?
Oh my goodness, we go up to 15s.
Oh, good. You got my size.
And we we start with a size 7 in men's. So that would even cover a 7 in men's is a 5 in youth. So if you have a child that would want to wear those, they can be covered now if they're a 5 in youth. Or
Double C Western Supply. Hey, dudes, you started with 600 pairs. You don't have 600 pairs now. You've been moving them.
they are selling, thankfully. But
Yes.
yes, we have a lot in the store. 600 pairs to choose from. 11 different styles for men, 14 different styles for women, and we do have some kids on the way. We ordered them. We've got the order, so we've got kids coming as well. This is some examples of the men's we've got in stock. All the men's are $65. Super lightweight, super comfortable, very supportive on your feet. And these are just some of the styles we've got. This is probably one of my favorites.
Mine too.
I love the pattern on it. It's they call it Grade Patriotic, so it's it's like the flag, you know, but it's kind of not as bright where you could wear it with about anything. The black on black has probably been the most popular in men and women, with the black sole and the black top. So just a very neat look that would go with almost anything.
What size? How big a size?
Oh my goodness, we go up to 15s.
Oh, good. You got my size.
And we start with a size 7 in men's. So that would even cover a 7 in men's is a 5 in youth. So if you have a child that would want to wear those, they can be covered now if they're a 5 in youth or bigger. That one they call a camo print, of course, with the brown and the tan and the greens and things. But also like this one, I like the ones that does not have the white sole where they're not getting as dirty. But that one has more of a grayish tan sole also. So yeah, we're very excited to have the Hey Dudes in, and a big variety and a lot of sizes to choose from.
All right, we got a couple more down here.
Okay, you want to do the women's?
Oh, we're just doing guys. That's right. We're just doing guys right now. There you go.
Those
Now,
are women's there.
show me this real quick.
Okay, just a few other accessories we have for the men. That is a just like a wallet or a money clip made by STS.
Okay.
Only $15 on those. They're full leather, 100% leather. Area is always has a patriotic flag. And this is one that they've done recently. Brand new, we've not had it long, and they sell fast. We were unpacking them and sold one like that. So a very popular design there on those wallets by Ariat. So we've got all kinds of things for men. I think where we started with women's clothing and jewelry, you know, we it's hard to overcome that misconception, but lots of men's, probably more men's than women's, clothing, hats, caps, belts, boots, you know, you name it, we can get you outfitted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Social media, how do we find you?
Social media, we're on Facebook. We also have a Facebook group page and Instagram and also TikTok.
You got it. Love coming here, folks. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, the Double C Western Supply, first down in football. Again, great sponsor, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show on Railroad Street in Elizabethton, Double C Western Supply. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy Greg Sauer, talking Major League Baseball. He has his new red sweater on, so
yeah,
I think it's pretty cool, looking good. So,
yeah,
everything good?
Brand new, just pulled the tags off of this thing this morning.
Yep.
And yeah, everything's good.
Yeah. Brand, who got that for you? Wendy, or did you got your mom buy it? Who bought
Actually, I bought it for myself. We were up in Ohio, and I saw it and didn't even realize it was on sale, and took it up, paid for it, and got a pleasant surprise. Got it for half price.
Looks sharp.
Which way the Reds played this year, they should have given it to me.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, they should have paid. No, they should have paid you to take it. That's what they should have done. It's like, dude, we're so bad. Just take the thing. So, but that's okay. So, mom's watching.
She's watching.
I have. Oh, Tom. So she's so cool.
She'll be texting you. Where's my T-shirt?
Where's my T-shirt? I got it.
You got it?
What size was I supposed to get her? Was it large or extra large?
Medium, I think, and a large.
Oh.
She said a large hoodie and a medium T-shirt. I think that's what she said. She put it on your notes, so I think that's right.
Well, I've slept since then. I don't know what I'm supposed to. but I guess I probably need to go back and look at her notes. If it's a medium, I think I got it.
She'll send it back. She'll send it again.
Resend it there, Mama, because calling her Mama.
Yeah, she'll send it.
Next time I see her, she's going to come in and throat punch me. I'm not your mother. I'm his mother. Yeah. And you know what? I would understand if you throat punch me. I get it. Get in line. There's lots of people want to throat punch me. I understand. Yeah. So I can rub them like 360 sandpaper, rub them the wrong way. Absolutely. So I get that. But anyway, so we're here live, and all right, you got to be a moron department. How about that? Richard Blyer, lefty for the Marlins last night. 3-1, uno, dos, tres. 3 balks, 1 inning, same batter, Pete Alonso. How do you do that? I watched it. I'm thinking, this guy. It's almost like I think he thought the umpire was picking on him, but I mean, it was legitimate, wasn't it? When all 3 were legitimate balks. I mean, it looked like to me, by definition.
I thought he stopped. I don't know. I mean, the man had never had a balk in the major leagues
in his life.
In his life,
he hits 3
and
the
he has
same
3
at bat,
and one at bat. So I mean, he looks at the umpire, and he's like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing I've been doing my whole career, and now you're all of a sudden calling a balk on every pitch.
Yeah. Who was the umpire? Because I never did catch his name.
Oh, I can't remember.
It doesn't
saw
matter,
his
I don't
face,
guess.
but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
really? Yeah.
I thought he stopped, but
yeah,
maybe he didn't.
No.
Evidently,
he didn't think he did anyway. So
evidently, that's what they thought it was, that he didn't stop in his motion. So you got to come to complete stop when you're in the stretch.
And he didn't, and so
they said he didn't. It was the thing that I laughed about more than anything was when he's demonstrating it to them.
Yeah.
It's like,
this is what I did.
Here's what I did, and
he's like, you did it again. It's another balk, moron. You know.
So
like, show me how you threw that rock to the window. Okay, crash. This is how you do it. So anyway, Richard Blyer, bless his heart, the Marlins. So, all right, let's see. Braves win last night. Acuna goes deep with 2 home runs. They went 8-2 over the Nationals. Boy, Washington's a bad team after they lost Soto and those guys, haven't they?
Yeah,
they're
they
bad.
are.
Yeah,
So
we'll just grab that.
They were not good, even when they had those guys. And I mean, when you got one of the best players in baseball, and you're still the bottom of your division, and then you get rid of him and one of your other best players on your team. Yeah, they're not good.
No, they're not good. So, all right, so the Braves down 1 to the Mets. Mets play tonight against the Marlins again. Don Mattingly, by the way, with the Marlins, not coming back next year.
Right, yeah. That sounds like it's a mutual thing, you know? And I understand.
Yeah. You get it, because they're not very good, are they?
No, they're not.
No.
They're not. They're better than my team, but they're not very good.
Well,
so.
Gosh, pick somebody. Pisgah, North Carolina's better than our team. Are you kidding me? They couldn't play dead in the Western movie.
Yeah.
Marlins are 64-90 right now, so
yeah,
it not good. Now the Braves, 1 game behind the Mets. By the way, Little Baker. Baker said Baker is laying her floor, her Big John's flooring that she bought, her vinyl flooring. So Baker's over there, I guess, with a utility knife cutting and gluing or whatever she's doing. So Scotty lets her do it, I guess. So God bless him. We'll just pray for him. So, but she typically looks like, by the looks of some of the pictures of her home, she does a good job at what she does. But giving Baker a utility knife and a roll of vinyl and say, have at it. Like, oh boy. Anyway, so enough with that, because I'll get in trouble. And see, the Marlins 64-90, as we said. So the Mets and the Braves are dead even, aren't they?
They're dead even.
Dead even. I said they're 1 down. They're dead even.
They are dead even.
97-58. And the series starts Friday night in Atlanta. Now, we've got issues about we're going to play this in Atlanta, which they will not take us out of Atlanta. They're going to reschedule. We've got the options here.
They may change the times of the games to try to get them in. They may move one of the games to the end of the season.
Yeah, Friday's game to a matinee or schedule a split doubleheader on Sunday.
Yeah.
Could also make up one or more games on Thursday, October the 6th, the day after the regular season is over, if they're necessary to decide the title. Well, at this point, they're dead even.
It's going to be necessary.
It's going to be necessary, yeah.
Unless they do something against another team, because they each have another series as well. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So
and you want to win that division. You do not want to get that wild card, because if you win the division, then, well, let's say the season ended today. If you win the division, you get to set out the first round, the wild card round of the playoffs, and you will play the winner of St. Louis and Philadelphia if it was the season ended today. That could change, but that's what would happen if you win the division. If you get that wild card spot, then you will play probably the Padres in the first round, in the wild card round. And not only that, if you get by the Padres, you go play the Dodgers.
So the first, what are the best of 5 starting out?
Best of 3 in that wild card round.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they go best of 5 after that. But yeah, I mean, if you win the division, you get to avoid the Dodgers for the first series you would play. And that's big. That's huge. You don't want to play the Dodgers starting out, especially if you've already played a couple games.
Yeah.
Possibly even 3 games, and have to go in and play a rested Dodgers team.
Yeah. Who's 106-48 right now?
Yeah.
Good Lord. What a team.
On pace to win 111 games.
Yeah. Winningest team in the bigs right now, no question, the Dodgers, 106. Mets and Braves have 97. Yankees have 95 wins. The Cardinals have 90 wins. So that's your top 5 right now.
Yeah, Houston's got 102.
And Houston's got 102. I left them out, 102.
Yeah.
So Dodgers 106, Houston 102. So if I sat here and told you it's Houston and the Dodgers in the World Series, would you argue that point?
No, can't argue it right now.
No.
I mean, they're definitely 2 of the best teams in baseball at this point. You can't argue it.
208 wins between them. That's incredible. Is that right? 106, 102? Yeah, 208. Wow.
Yeah.
So they're the real deal.
They are. And talking about the Dodgers, so their run differential. Their run differential, I think, right now is 321. So that means they have scored 321 runs more than their opponents this season. It was 322, but they lost by 1 last night. So here's the thing. That is a run differential of epic proportions. Okay, because the Yankees are second, I believe, in that, and there's like 220 something, and so nobody's even close to them. Well, if you look back in Major League history, they didn't really keep track of that until 1920, and we didn't really hear about it even until just a few years ago. But if you go back in Major League history, they are on pace to finish probably 3rd or 4th all time in run differential for a season, and the other teams we're talking about are the 1920s and 30s Yankees. Think about that.
Wow.
They won't get the record. The record's like 4-11 or something like that, and I think it's 27 Yankees or something like that. But it's amazing the run differential that they have.
321 right now. 106-48. Houston, no slouch. They're 102-53.
Yeah.
That ain't exactly bad, to say the least. Yeah, it's not jump changed in any way, shape, or form. Since last week, the Guardians are in, the Yankees are in, the Astros are in. That's the 3.
Yep.
We've got to decide 3 more. The wild card right now is Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Seattle. Pretty much given that's going to be the 3.
Baltimore has an outside chance. You know, the White Sox and the Twins, they're done. They're not going to do it. Baltimore, you can't say they're not going to do it, but they have. It's going to be an uphill climb. Let's put it that way. One of those 3 teams, which Seattle's acting like they don't want to win it. I mean, they're acting like they don't want to be in the playoffs right now. 3-7 over their last 10 games, and they've lost 2 in a row. So they're kind of playing like a team that's just going to kind of edge their way in, but not go in with a lot of steam, which I like that team. I think that's a really good, solid team, and I think they can really go far in the playoffs if they do make it. But you know, but it's an uphill climb for Baltimore. I think those 3 are the ones that'll make it there.
In the National League, of course, the Mets and Braves are tied. the one who doesn't win the division is a wild card. So one of those two, Mets, Braves, and the Padres, Phillies, and maybe on the outside shot, the Brewers kind of hanging around.
Yeah, the Brewers have a better chance than the Orioles. Brewers are only a game and a half back, so they could do it. I mean, they could. If we talked about Seattle acting like they don't want to be in, Philadelphia is doing the same thing.
Yeah, they are.
So they're tanking at the wrong time as well. So the Brewers have a legitimate shot of catching the Phillies game and a half. So it could happen. 2 in the loss column, 1 in the win column, and the Brew Crew could find themselves in the playoffs.
Here's your schedule for today. Reds are in Pittsburgh, 12:35 start, getting ready to crank up here in about 10 minutes. Under the lights, everything else, Tampa Bay, Cleveland. Interesting matchup there. Those two teams are headed for the playoffs. Kansas City, Detroit, they're not. Braves and Washington. Odorizzi is on the mound for Atlanta tonight. He's still not.
That's your guy. And you have the question mark for, and you're right. He's not proven himself.
No, he's not living up to his potential.
He's not.
No, I don't know what it is, but he's not. And so he'll try it again tonight against the Nationals. Yankees in Toronto. Again, Judge still sitting on 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is.
And the Yankees in Toronto, so, they can kind of play spoiler. The Yankees, they can knock Toronto, although it's pretty much given Toronto's going to be one of those wild card teams. Baltimore's in Boston to battle the Red Sox. Mets, as we said, Walker's on the mound. Tawan Walker is on the hill for the Mets against Miami. Cardinals in Milwaukee, so Cardinals can play a spoiler for Milwaukee, trying to keep pace to get in that wild card. White Sox in Minnesota, 2 teams underperform, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I thought both of those teams had a shot at winning that division.
Yeah, you were high on them in the preseason.
I was.
Philadelphia and the Cubs, we're talking about the Phillies. They've shot themselves in the foot. Arizona to Houston, the Astros. Verlander's on the hill today at 17-4. He'll be on the mound again tonight against Arizona. The Angels in Oakland, in L.A., you have the Dodgers in San Diego. What's my guy's name that pitter pats on the mound for the Padres? Got the long hair and he does his little feet.
Clevenger.
Clevenger, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Clevenger now. He's got long hair, and he pitter patters when he does his feet on the mound. So we were watching that. And I asked her. I said, "What's he doing?" She said, "That's how he delivers." And he's like,
"Yeah,
it's like one of the little Energizer bunnies."
Yeah, that's got to be distracting though.
It bugged me, and so
So if you're hitting against that, it's going to bug you.
Well, yeah, because he's sitting there and he takes his little feet. It's not little feet. The guy's 6'5". He takes his feet. He's doing this on the mound before he pitches.
Guarantee he's not got little feet.
No, Clevenger, 6'5". Anyway, he's not pitching, but the Dodgers are playing the Padres. Texas and Seattle, and the Giants are hosting Colorado. So that's your schedule for this Wednesday, the final Wednesday of the month. Hard to believe Saturday is October the 1st. Again, we have Cyclone football tonight. Tia Duggar against Greenville. Both are 6-1. 5:50 airtime with the pregame for the varsity. 6 o'clock kickoff, and we'll do the JV. We do last game of the year. We always do both games to showcase our younger Cyclones. Then tomorrow night it's homecoming. 7 o'clock airtime. The Cyclones and Sullivan East will be ready for it. We've got the Cyclone Network going tomorrow night because we're going to do it, not do it in the rain, we'll do it in the dry. And so you get a chance to see all 4 cameras at work. Again, we'll have Ronnie Brookshire, the maestro, coming in from Nashville to produce the broadcast. Larry Adams, Brenda Adams, and Jerry Egan, I should say. And that's your 3 camera operators. There's a 4th camera operator. I can't remember who it is. Daniel Prophet. It takes about 10 people to pull this off. Ryan Presnell, yours truly, will bring you the broadcast. We had 7. Last week we didn't have the Cyclone Network. We were on the road, but we had, as we said, over 7,000 views, over 653 comments. So people loving what we're doing, and we got to give a lot of props to, again, Ronnie Brookshire, who comes in from Nashville. We call him the maestro. He's the Pied Piper. He orchestrates all this. He's got the switcher. He's got buttons, and he said, "You'll like this. Ev, you'll like this too, because I'm a train wreck, technically." She knows that. He says, all you've got to do is call the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you got to worry about.
He literally said, don't touch any buttons.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a headset. You tape your lineups on the wall. You call the ball games, and you don't worry about anything else. Knowing full well that if I hit this button, it goes crazy. So he has established we're going to take all that out of your hands, son. You just call the game. So, and we'll do that tomorrow night. 7 o'clock, we're going to crown who's going to be Miss Cyclone football tomorrow night, the homecoming queen. The pretty girls and the handsome dudes escorting them. So the band will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. But tonight we'll do Cyclone T.A. Duggar football. All right, now before we got Jody Jenkins coming in here. You know Jody, don't you?
I do know Jody.
Oh boy, he gets up in the pulpit. He can shuck the corn now.
He can.
I've been 2 or 3 times. He could bring down the thunder.
Yep, we've done a couple of funerals together.
Have you really?
Years past, yeah.
Yep, he'll be here talking about a big event coming up at Gray this weekend with the FCA. Got a famous football player coming to town, and so there's Deb Googe, our choral director. All right, so what's going to talk about? It's going to ask you about something. Wild card: Toronto, Tampa Bay, Seattle.
Yeah.
In the American League, Mets, Braves, Padres, Phillies, maybe the Brewers in the National
Maybe
League.
the Brewers, yeah.
So
the Braves are about to do something that's never been done in baseball history.
what'd that be?
Right, because right now they've played 154 games of the 162 game season, and Tom, they have not had a sacrifice bunt all year. The first time ever.
The Braves have never had they've not done one sack bunt all year long?
Not one bunt all year long.
The whole season?
The whole season.
Wow, that is.
So it's never happened before for a team to go the entire season
without a sacrifice
one
bunt.
Sacrifice bunt, and it looks like the Braves are going to do it.
Wow, that is really crazy because that's typically can be a pretty important part of a baseball game. It's a sack bunt to move runners around. So
now, but you know how the analytics are today. Bunting, you're just giving away an out, they say, and you don't want to do that. But so they're waiting on that 3-run home run.
Yeah,
that's what everybody's looking for.
The long ball.
Yeah, baseball's getting ready to change, though. I'm just telling you, it's going to have to. You're going to have to speed up the game, and I think they're going to have to start moving runners. I think we're going to start seeing that.
They implemented some new rules for next year already. The timers and all that going on. We haven't talked about that much.
The bigger bases.
Yeah.
Bases are increasing from 15 inches to 18 inches.
All right, now stop right there.
Okay.
I'm going to get on my soapbox.
Okay.
All right. We've had the same size baseball base for Lord knows 872 years, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, because I'm thinking logic now. Tell me why we have to make the base bigger. The boys can't see. Their feet are too big. To stumble on the bases, they trip the ball. I mean, what? Seriously,
they're saying it's for safety issues. They tried them out in the minor leagues, and they said it helped with injuries of guys.
If you're Forrest Gump and you can't run, then get off the field. So they're making the bases bigger. So these guys, for safety reasons.
Yeah,
you're being serious. Is what they said.
I am being serious, dead serious.
We have lost. I'm telling you, we've lost our minds in this country. We are making baseball bases bigger for safety. But I played. I mean, it's either you can hit that little square running down the field. Mm-hmm. Now the home plate's going to be bigger too, or just the bases?
Home plate will be the same.
Now,
still 17 inches across.
Did they move them in or out the bases too?
Well, okay, so I don't think they decided on that because they were talking about moving second base. If you remember, we talked about this because the distance between first and second to third is different than the distance between home to first and third to home because of how the bases line up on the base path. So they've talked about moving second base in. I think it was like
why I don't get it.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, they say baseball is a game of inches. If they move it in a couple inches, that's going to make a huge difference. Guys are going to be able to steal more base. I say able to because stolen base is not that big a deal in baseball anymore either. But it's going to hurt the catchers trying to throw out base runners because the base will be – well, no, it may help the catcher now that I think about it. It's going to help the catcher throwing out runners. But
20 things they do better to improve the game of baseball, but not moving the bases in and making the bases bigger. I just think that's hilarious.
I agree.
I think I just ought to get trash can lids and put them out there. take a spike and drive them in the ground.
That's what we used to use, stuff like that.
That's exactly what we used to use.
Yeah.
Yep. Remember that. And we used to steal my little brother's T-shirts. That used to make him mad. He'd look out the window. And we got first, second, third of his T-shirts.
Oh, wow.
And so one time he got mad. He liked the Oakland A's. I'm going to tell on him because I can. So he liked the Oakland A's, and it was second base. So he looked out the window. He said, I want my shirt. So he came out. He's a little skinny, and he looked like a little beanpole, no shirt on. So he came out, stole second base, his T-shirt, put it over because we'd always stepped on it, covered in dirt. He didn't care. He's a moron. So
your brother only had 3 shirts?
Yeah.
And you had them all?
Had them all out there on the bases. And one of them was an Oakland A's shirt. And he went out there and took second base shirt, put it on, and got on his bike and rode off. So we had to improvise and find another shirt. But we went in and got a pair of his underwear and put them in it. After he rode off his bike, my buddy said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "Hold on, we're okay." Went into his drawer and got him a pair of some BVDs, made it to second base, kept on going, didn't miss it. And he rode off his bike, didn't know anything.
Wow.
So bless his heart.
Did you put them back then after you used them?
No.
Okay.
Just threw them in dirty clothes.
Okay. I thought maybe just
he had more than one pair.
Put them in the drawer.
I should have done that.
Yeah.
He would have never known. He could have put them on covered in dirt. He'd have never known. He lived in a different galaxy, I can tell you that.
So he wouldn't have even said, "Mom, you didn't wash my underwear."
No.
He just put them on and not even thought about it.
He kept going.
Okay.
He would have never thought of it. No. This is I told you I got to tell you the story on him. Now we're telling the stories. Ab's gonna like this. So
yeah, she loves these stories.
Yeah. Came home from college, and in the afternoon about like today, came home and got out of class early and came home and went in to see my mom. She was over top of the kitchen sink and she had grease all over her fingers. So
Oh wow.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "What's going on?" She said, "Oh, I'm just getting mad thinking about it." She said, "Well, your little brother had a flat today and I had to go down and help him change his tire on the way to school." I said, "You did what?" She said, "I had to help him change his tire." I said, "So she's got grease all over her hands. She got down and changed the tire, the lug nuts?"
Wow.
"Oh, yeah." I said, "He didn't know how to change the tire?" She said, "Apparently not. He called me, and of course, whatever he wanted, he got. You know how that rolls."
Mm-hmm.
So she said, "Well, no, I don't think he didn't know how to do it." So I went down and helped him. I thought, okay. So he's in there taking a nap about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I went in, grabbed him by the shirt, jerked him out of the bed. I said, "Guess we're going to have a tire changing one-on-one, because she is never going to go down the side of the road and change a tire again. You're a senior in high school. You can't change a tire?" "Well," I said, "No, there ain't no well. This is a lug wrench. You know, the Ford thing that we used to have. Yeah, we're going to jack this. This is a jack. Put it under the bumper. Jack this up. Take the lug nut off. We're going to take the wheel and put it back on and retighten the lug nuts. You will learn how to do that today, or I will kill you." "Don't be mean to him. Don't be mean to him. He's tired." I said, "Yeah, he could be tired." The lug wrench up beside his head. Why'd I tell that story? But anyway, that's what I do.
It's not rocket science.
No. So she'll come home. She has grease all over her hands. Like, what's wrong? What happens? "Well, I had to go down and help him change his tire." So she's down there jacking the wheel up. He's sitting in the car. He didn't get. She jacked the wheel up.
Get out of the car.
He didn't get out of the car. He's lazy as smoke. So we took care of that.
Well.
Oh yes, we took care of that. I'm getting hot just thinking about that. That was a long time ago.
I bet you are.
Would you get mad if somebody made your mother change a tire alongside of the road?
Yeah. I can't picture that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would do it if you had to.
She'd do it. She'd do it today.
Oh yeah. So.
But I can't picture. Picture that happening. But
so the same one we played second base, stepped on his underwear, was playing second base, and he only had one shirt that he would wear all the time. It was open A's. So.
Well, see, that explains it a little bit. He was he was traumatized as a child.
Explains a lot. You know, the A's had this guy named Joe Rudy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he still doesn't call him Joe Ruby. I said, "It ain't Ruby, it's Rudy." "No, it's not. It's Joe Ruby." I said, "No, it's not, moron. It's Rudy. R-U-D-I." Yes, and I would show him in the paper, Joe Rudy. He'd say, "It's Ruby."
No, it's Rudy.
Yeah. Well, he's a moron. God bless him. So, anyway. You hungry?
Yes, sir.
All right. Jody's coming. You're going to go get something to eat. We'll see you back. We're back here next week.
All right. Sounds good.
Always like coming here. It's a cool place. Like it. Like in John City. Like it here, too. Quick break. We'll be right back. Jody Jenkins in the house. He may preach. I don't know what he's going to do. He may sing. Are you a singer?
He does sing. Yeah.
Oh, does he really sing?
Does,
does he really?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we may let him belt out. Let him croon a tune or two here.
His wife sings more than he does, but he does sing.
Sing for his supper,
yeah.
He's got a brother that's got a pretty good football coach. I know that he's got a football team that's red hot right now. They go down and play CAK this weekend, the Boone Trail Blazers. Utmost respect for Jeremy Jenkins. You know, I don't know, before you go, Daniel, I don't know where these Jenkins come from.
I know.
It's like every year there's new Jenkins coming. They're basketball players, they're volleyball players. I'm thinking,
yeah.
And they start telling me who they're related to. It's this sister's brother's kid, and I'm thinking, there's a Jenkins. The quarterback right now is Jenkins. Of course, the young lady at Milligan is, you ever seen her play basketball?
Mm-hmm.
She's like Larry Bird in a female uniform.
Yeah.
She can flat play. Yeah. Love calling her ball games at Milligan.
I need to get back over and see to the Milligan game. Yeah.
She is expressionless, just plays.
When they start up, I'll be heading over there.
She's all biz. Is that your girl? She kin to you?
She's my cousin.
She's your cousin. See, they're all
okay. Yeah,
it's
so
like
they're
the
all
Waltons.
related.
They're all
Yeah.
connected. She can
Yeah.
play. But anyway, there's always the Jenkins. They're always good playing softball, basketball, football at Daniel Boone. And, of course, Jeremy is and they had an old boy named Barrel could knock a softball from here to Cotton Picking Lowe's.
Wow.
I remember I went and watched him hit one time, and he hauled off and teed off on one. I thought, it's like a lunar shot. I thought, good Lord, the Barrel. You know that, don't you? He could smoke one. Oh, yeah. All right. What are you going to get today? Have you had the Autumn Spice milkshake yet?
I have. Yeah. My first taste of it, I was surprised because I didn't expect the crunch.
Yeah, it's got a little crunch to it.
Yeah, it's got a crunch.
It's
good though. I liked it.
And the crunch is not the milkshake; it's graham crackers inside the crunch.
Yeah,
so
that was a little bit surprising to me. But after that first,
went down easy.
I enjoyed it after that first taste because I was like, whoa. And then I thought, ugh, okay, it's good. That spicy grilled sandwich that they brought back.
It's back. Yep.
Is kind of calling my name maybe today.
Calling your name?
Not be.
Greg. Yeah. And I think Tortilla Soup's back today, too. I think they fired it back up today. Okay. So you may want to. All right. Get whatever you need. And next week we'll be getting ready for playoffs. Getting ready to crank it up.
We will. Yeah. We might know a little more next week.
Yeah.
All right. May go down to the final day.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk to Jody Jenkins next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Talking to our buddy Greg Moppin. Let's talk oil changes. In, out, on your way. Tell us about getting an oil change of Valvoline Express Care.
No need for appointment. Reservation, just come in. It's a pull-through service. We're going to be here about 15 minutes. We got new customer forms out there. If you've not been here before, we're going to take your basic information, and we're going to put that car in the database right there. It's going to pull up everything Josh needs to know. We got Josh on the bottom today, so he's going to clear it, make sure everything's good before they start. And since that process starts, he's going to drop it. He's going to check all the fluids up top. He's going to air the tires up. He's going to check the wipers. He's going to reset that maintenance light, and in and out in about 15 minutes.
Yep. If you're here more than 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right?
There's something wrong. Valvoline comes in and checks us quarterly. They come in top to bottom, make sure the product's where they should be, make sure the products are what they should be, and make sure we're running it. Valvoline, at the end of the day, has the top quick lube program
in the country. 3 oil changes: conventional, semi-synthetic, max life, and full synthetic. You have 3 to choose from, right?
We got 3 to choose from. We've got everything from 0.20. We've got 0.16 now, ultra thin, and some of the new stuff's gone for that. 540, 1540, 0.30, 0.40, 530, 520, 1030. We've got those in conventional. Most of those zeros are going to be synthetic or full synthetic or synthetic blend. But if your car calls for it, we've got it.
Hours you're open?
We are open 8 to 5:30 through the week, 8 to 2 on Saturday.
You're in, you're out, you're on your way here on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, look for all the U-Hauls. You know you're right at the right place, the Valvoline Express Care. They don't mess around, folks. You stay in your vehicle, you pay out there, you stay if there's any questions. And, of course, you will be asked to start it back up and all that, so that aids in getting you out in a quick time. So 15 minutes or less, you're out of here, folks. I'm telling you. And the last time I had mine done, 12 minutes and 24 seconds, so they don't mess around. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Valvoline Express Care, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Football and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget, we do have T.A. Duggar Cyclone Football coming up tonight. And it'll be a 5:50, 6 o'clock kickoff. And it'll be against Greenville. Both are 6-1. Season-ending game for both teams. Hard to believe. Football's wrapping up in the middle school, and they'll start basketball tryouts, and we just kind of shift gears. And Daddy used to say, son, the older you get, faster it comes around. And I think he's right. So that's what's coming up. But we'll go in there with that. And, of course, tomorrow night's homecoming. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Let me give you the verse of the day here. And so Psalms 9:10 says, listen to this. This don't get you fired up, your wood's wet. You know what I think about the Lord Jesus. And they who know your name, his name we're talking about, capital Y-O-U-R, and they who know your name will lean on and confidently put their trust in you. For you, Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. Hebrews says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Forsake means what? Turn your back on her?
Leave.
Yeah.
Turn your back on.
Walk away.
Walk away.
He don't.
It's not going to happen.
No. You know, he knows we're a bunch of yo-yos, and he went up on that cross and said, Jody, Tom, you're a bunch of yo-yos. You're going to mess up over and over, but I love you anyway.
That's exactly right.
So, anyway, I'm all about it. You know, if you watch this show, unashamedly dedicate this show every time I do it. Because Elvis and Frank Sinatra sang a song, Do It My Way. I did it my way for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Now I got my fingers in his belt loops. I'm hanging on to him, and he's taking me where he wants me to take me.
Amen
So,
to that.
Yep, I ain't backing down. So, let's see. Let's talk about, first I'll be with Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yes.
We usually have Steve McCauley on. He's kind of pinch hitting for Steve, but a tremendous opportunity for the gospel to go inside of gyms and locker rooms and football practices because of FCA, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. A wonderful, wonderful ministry.
Mm-hmm. And chances to do that when others can't, quite frankly. And the FCA has got an open door policy. So we got something coming up this weekend, coming up on Saturday. Maybe pouring down the rain, so it'll be a great time to do that at Gray Elementary School. Tell us what's happening, sir.
We're so excited about this event here. This is Christian Norman. He is a former defensive captain for the Michigan State University football team who had an opportunity to go pro in the NFL and left that because he felt the Lord calling him into the ministry. And he is so excited to be with us. I spoke to him yesterday by phone. He's thrilled to be coming. He's going to be sharing his personal story with us, which is so exciting. And then he's planning to open it up for questions and answers.
Oh, really?
And he's so excited about this, so excited to be coming to be with us, and we're thrilled to have him coming.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at Gray Elementary School in the gymnasium this Saturday, October the 1st at 1 p.m. And so we're inviting, this is an event for everybody. We're obviously targeting football coaches and players of all ages, but we're opening it up where anybody can come, men, women, boys, girls. We want everybody to be there.
You've been a pastor for how long?
I've been a pastor for several years. I've been in the ministries full-time since the year 2000.
22 years.
Mm-hmm.
Things changing out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was a softball question. Absolutely, it's changing. So,
absolutely,
the importance of getting the gospel to our young people.
That is what this event is all about. And I mean, that is why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to him yesterday. It's a gospel-centered event. These kids and adults of all ages, they need hope.
Mm-hmm.
And that hope's found in Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
Kids need it. This generation is, our young people. There's some good kids out there, but there's I read a stat not too long ago in Northeast Tennessee. I can't remember. I gotta remember who gave me the stat now. It was Steve McCauley. Northeast Tennessee, 7 out of 10 don't go to church in high school. That would be 16, 17, 18-year-olds. 7 out of 10 do not, on a regular basis, attend a church.
Wow.
In the Bible Belt.
Wow.
And then the stats, once they graduate from high school and head off to college, it's even worse than that.
Yes, sir.
They get into whatever, and they forget church till about, usually coming back around 24, 25 years old. And that's stats. So next time I have one, I have to make sure he gives those to me so I can validate those. But I mean, they are true. And you see that in what you're dealing with, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So FCA, great organization. Christian Norman, former Michigan State defensive captain. Looking on the picture, he's a big old boy, isn't he?
He's a big old boy.
He looks like it, yeah. And he's a hoss, and so he's coming to share his testimony, and it'll be free inside the gym.
It's absolutely free.
Yeah, and it'll be coming up on Saturday at Gray Elementary School. Again, as we said, the forecast is supposed to be a lot of rain, so I think a lot of the outdoor activities, unfortunately, will be washed out. So this will be a good opportunity to go into the Gray Elementary gym at 1 o'clock. It's free to see Christian Norman, former Michigan State defensive captain. Again, this is being sponsored by Strong Tower Baptist Church, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so, which is a church that's on the move, doing a lot of good things out in the Gray, Boones Creek area. So, again, you've been around the ministry for a long time, so the importance of this kind of event for our young people is kind of unprecedented because, as we said, they are faced with so many challenges. Even I've got kids and I've got grandkids, and so the difference between my girls who are now grown and the grandkids in a span of about probably 8 to 10 years all kinds of things that come down the pike for our young people to get involved in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So speak to them out there. Tell them why they need to come be there on Saturday.
Folks, this is a wonderful event for you to come to be at. Christian Norman is a dynamic speaker, and he again. I spoke to him by phone yesterday, and he is so excited to be with us. We're honored to have him coming. He's going to be sharing his personal testimony about his journey, how he found the Lord Jesus Christ, or more like the Lord found him.
Yeah.
And we're excited about this because folks today of all ages are dealing, like you said, with so many things. And among those things is just a feeling of hopelessness. I mean, they need hope. They need peace. They need direction and purpose. And that's what this event is all about. They're going to find how this young man who had the world at his fingertips found something so much better than fame and fortune. And he found the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And he's got peace that passes all understanding. And he's going to be sharing that story with us and all these kids that make up the next generation. And through Fellowship of Christian Athletes, we're able to use like the public school gymnasium like this. And so it's all coming together. You see the kingdom of God working together here, coming together for one united purpose to get the hope of the gospel to our area here.
What's the old song we sing? I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather have Jesus than riches untold.
Yes.
And fortune and fame. I'd rather have Jesus than fortune and fame so I can hang on his name. I don't think that's the right part of that verse. I got most of it right, but it's true.
That's what this man has lived.
Yes.
Because he had the opportunity
Absolutely.
to go into the NFL, but felt the Lord calling him in another direction.
Yep. His name is Christian Norman. He'll be there again free at 1 o'clock on Saturday, Gray Elementary School, again under the umbrella of Strong Tower Baptist Church and also the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So we need more of this type of thing to be presented to our young people. And so it's probably a once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't know how many times Christian Norman's been here. Probably never. I don't guess.
This is his first time in our area.
Yeah. So good stuff. Now you got a brother. He's a pretty good football coach, don't you?
He's a pretty good football coach.
Yeah. So he's got him a heck of a football team. We saw him firsthand. We lost 7-0. Could have been gone either way. What struck me about that football team, and when you play a Jeremy Jenkins football team, it's just this is the way it is. You better get it strapped on because you're going to get hit. They come at you, and they play hard, they hit hard, and they did the other night when we played them at ETSU. But I guess the kid on that team that really I thought this kid's going to be playing somewhere Saturdays, that kicker, Shrewsbury.
No doubt about it.
This guy can do it.
He's the real deal.
He is the real deal. So, and Luke Jenkins, where's he in the family tree? Are you related to him?
I don't think we're related.
Oh, you don't think?
But now, if we are, I apologize.
Yeah.
but as far as I know,
you're not.
We're not related.
What about the one that plays at Milligan?
She is my cousin. She's my uncle's daughter.
Yeah.
And she is a phenomenal basketball player.
Oh, absolutely. Her mama was pretty good, too, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think they still got her picture on the mural downstairs in the gym at Milligan. I just went blank. What's her name?
Tanya.
Tanya. Yep. So, yep, the Jenkins, it's, as I said jokingly, but it's true, almost every year there's a Jenkins playing at Daniel Boone in some way, shape, or form, either softball, volleyball, basketball, football. And
my brother's daughter's playing there right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, her name is Josie.
Josie, that's coach's daughter? I did not know. Okay.
That's his daughter.
Yep. See? And that's okay. I mean, that's cool. It says the Jenkins are, repopulating the earth. Yeah, Coach does a great job. He's a good guy. It's hard to catch him. I've had him on the show, but being assistant principal, sometimes there's been a couple of times I've called and things have come up. He couldn't actually get on because something's happened. But it's, there's no question, folks, if you are around kids or grandkids, our schools are a definite mission field, are they not?
No question about that.
Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff coming at them. I wouldn't want to be a kid in this day and age because, stuff that I dealt with growing up, stuff you dealt with growing up. As I said, even my daughters 10 years ago when they were in high school, it's all changing almost by the day, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And I was at a restaurant last night, I can tell you this, and I'm sitting there eating, and I'm watching these people, and the song is "Let's Do Suicide," and that's the name of the song. And I'm sitting listening, I'm going, "Let's do suicide," and people are. It's a restaurant, but there's people tapping their feet and they're hitting their feet or hitting their hands on the table, rather. and they're getting into the song called "Let's Do Suicide."
And it's all getting in their mind too.
Sure.
And no question about it.
I never heard growing up when I was a kid a song about "Let's Do Suicide." So that's the kind of stuff's presented to our young people and to our adults too, for that matter, today.
Yes, sir.
And so that's why stuff like these events, need to be packed out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, have you had the Autumn Spice milkshake?
I have not.
You need to get the Autumn Spice milkshake and sit there and talk to Greg Salyer. Hang out, you all boys, just talk things up and get whatever you want. Complimentary lunch for being a guest. So,
Well, I appreciate that.
anything, he's got him one right there.
Oh, he's got
He's
one.
already got one. Don't share his, get your own. So, but anything else coming like this, or is this going to be something you're going to try and do on a continuing basis with other people?
This is something that we would like to do in different sports.
Sports, absolutely.
So this is kind of one of the first ones we're doing.
Yeah.
But we're excited about it.
Yeah.
And we want to pack that gym out. So thank you for helping us get the word out about it.
Can I keep this and talk
Absolutely,
it up? Yeah, we'll
please.
talk it up tomorrow and Friday too. So, all right. Jody Jenkins, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We're all about it. You know that if you watch this show. In fact, let's hit the commercial right here. We'll come right back and we'll kind of wrap things up right after this from, where is it, FCA, right there on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We are not okay with the staggering statistics of our youth. They have become familiar with brokenness, pain, and frustration. But their pain has become our concern, and their hopes, our responsibility. But we want to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. Our mission is to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus and His church. But what can you do about it? What if your actions now can help the future them? Together, we can help them become who God has designed them to be. But the time is now, and the action we take today helps them tomorrow.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, again, wrapping this thing up. Again, thanks to our guest today, Sean Witten, head football coach of the Cyclones. Obviously, Jody Jenkins just came by, talking to us about the event coming up on Saturday at Gray Elementary at 1 o'clock. Again, Christian Norman, a big old boy, too, former Michigan State defensive captain for the Sparties, as they call him. Also, we had on the show, of course, Andy Stanko from Milligan University, Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update. So thanks to all 4 of our guests today. Back tomorrow, doing it again. Tonight, Cyclone football. We'll crank it up. 5:50 airtime, 6 o'clock kickoff. The Cyclones in Greenville will do both varsity and junior varsity tonight from Citizens Bank Stadium. I mean, just look outside. What a gorgeous night. Put on a sweater, a light jacket, and come watch this game, because once the sun goes down, that second game is going to be a little cool, I would think. But until then, it's going to be very, very nice. And it'll be nice then, too. Just it'll feel like fall. It is, after all, autumn. So be there for that. We'll go on air and stream and video and audio at 5:50 with kickoff at 6 o'clock coming up again tonight. That'll do it from here. Thanks, as always, to the folks here at Chick-fil-A. The phone number to call to order trays, get information about tailgating tomorrow night, or anytime you need a tray, an event planned, whatever that would entail using the services and the great food at Chick-fil-A. Call them at 297-1266. 297-1266, the number to call, and get yourself lined up and ready to go. Some great Chick-fil-A food here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Back here one more time tomorrow, then Friday we'll be at Food City, here in the Tri-City. So, again, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Wrapping up show number 1710 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, by telling you, as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the show. Back with you in a little while, about 5 hours, for T.A. Duggar.